What are some different ways Americans say I love you? Well, let's start with some very direct ways of saying that. Americans tend to be very direct, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then again, not really, because we use our vocabulary in a way that we might say something and mean something else. So, for example, and this is really funny because my boyfriend doesn't necessarily like to say those 3 words.
3? Oh, I love you.
And he doesn't like to say those words, but he tells me he loves me in other ways. So I have to, here's an expression, I have to read between the lines.
Read between the lines.
Yes.
Read between the lines?
Yeah. I'm not actually reading, but when he tells me he loves me using words other than I love you, I have to filter the information in my brain and say, that means he loves me. That's his way of saying he loves me. So some ways that he uses, he might say, I was thinking about you all day. I miss you.
Yeah.
Even though I miss you means something else, but it can also mean I miss you, meaning I want to be with you. Well, that's another expression. I want to be with you. I want to see you. And see, what are some other ways? I think, and like if you send a text and you're sending a good morning text, you want to say good morning, just asking questions about how that person is in their general life. How did you sleep? Did you sleep well?
Yeah.
How was your day? Now, these are also things that someone who doesn't love you can say to you. But someone who's with you and spends that time with you and takes the time out of their day will say these things, and you just know that means this person loves me. This person is thinking about me. Okay, so I'm thinking about you. I had a dream about you. I miss you. I like you a lot. Here's the thing about I like you a lot. If the person says I like you a lot, but they don't love you because they had the but in there. I like you a lot, but we shouldn't go out anymore. We should break up. But if they say I like you a lot, I want to see you later. That's a good sign. Maybe it doesn't mean love, but I'm trying to think of some other ways to say I love you. Any offer of help is a sign that someone loves you. I care for you. I care about you. I care about you deeply. Is there anything I can do to help? But I think it comes right down to this. Here's another expression. Actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words.
Oh, we have like same words in Japanese. We said, we have some like same words like eyes is more feelings like expression than mouth.
I like that. Okay, say it in Japanese.
Well, I write it. Wait.
Okay, and you can write it and then say it. I want to hear it too.
I'm not remember. Ne. Okay. 目は口ほどにものを言う。Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so 目 is eyes
Uh-huh.
and the kuchi is mouth.
Okay. The coochie is mouth.
Yeah.
Okay. So say it all together. I want to hear it fluently.
Okay, 目は口ほどにものを言う。
Aw. Yeah, so actions speak louder than words. So you have to read between the lines. So basically, if someone is doing something for you that is an act of love, like, you know, they're with you, they give you a ride to the doctor's office, or they maybe they play with your hair a little bit, you know. I don't know, just those little things, that means love. But if you want words or expressions, you have to that are not the actual words I love you. You have to take on the words that I know her. You have to listen to the words you hear and take on a new meaning.
Take on new meaning.
You have to make that meaning up in your head. This person says, this boy says, I care for you. You could take that two ways. One, ooh, he cares for me. That means he loves me. Or two, he just said he cares for me, but he didn't say I love you.
Yeah.
So you could take it two different ways. And you have to be careful if you take it to mean I love you, because if someone is not using the words I love you, maybe they don't. But you can interpret I care for you, or I miss you, or I want to see you later. You can interpret those all to mean this person loves me. But it's dangerous to do that because you don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But if you're with the person for a long time, you start to get to know them. You can read them. Is this person consistent? Consistent. What does that mean?
Consistent.
Do they do the same thing over and over and over again? So for example, a morning text. Good morning. How about this? Good morning. Did you sleep well? Now, so if they send a text like that, you could say, oh, that's sweet. I don't know if they love me, but that's sweet. I like that. Now, if they do that every day, that's consistent. But if they do it one day and then you don't hear from them for a week, and then they come back and they're like, hey, do you want to go to the anime shop with me? That's inconsistent. So you want to look for consistent behaviors. Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
Consistent versus inconsistent. So consistent leans more towards love than inconsistent behaviors. So I have a question for you. Is there a reason you were asking me about expressions that mean love? Somebody special?
Not special.
Okay.